Hi friends, good morning. Today we are tasting a fruit that we have never tasted before. In South Miami here in Florida, everything grows, or everything subtropical fruit grows. But interestingly, this fruit and this tree grows very well here in South Florida, and still we have not tasted it. So we wanted to give a taste, and if we like the taste, we will want to have a tree in our garden. This is white sapote. Its common name is white sapote. It comes from the word Aztec word zapote, which actually means soft and sweet. So everything is sapote in Spanish. So there are many fruits: black sapote, white sapote, sapodilla, mame sapote. They do not belong to the same genus, and they have a different taste, they have different flavor profiles. The tree is completely different. Only the name sapote is there because they are all soft and sweet. White sapote is Latin name is Cassimirioa edulis, and black sapote is more from the persimmon family. White sapote, actually, if you go into the family, it is from the citrus family, and mame sapote is Puteria. It's a completely different family. So they are from different families and different flavor profiles. This fruit comes, we actually ordered from someone, and she lives in California, and she told me that she's sending 4 different varieties, but she didn't know which varieties are there. White sapote has many, maybe more than 30 different varieties. Here in South Florida, I researched certain varieties are more popular, probably they are more flavorful than others, and we will research more into and try to taste each fruit, but it's pretty hard to get hold to these fruits to taste. Probably the difference between different varieties is also some of the skin. There is a yellow skin variety and there's a green skin variety. Some skin have bitterness, they are quite bitter, and people say it's not edible. Some skin, they are not as bitter and very easy to eat together with the skin. So what we got when we ordered was white sapotes. They came in just 2 days of shipping, and they were in different shapes. One was round and big like this. There was one with a, probably this is a rainbow variety, I'm not sure, but this has like a little bit of a beak to it. And there is one that's completely round, no beak. Color also started to change a little bit. White sapote has to be eaten when it is very, very soft like this. They say that if you are able to poke your finger through it, that means it's ready to eat. Initially when you get, it's very hard, and later on it starts to soften up, and that's when you can eat. Before we cut, also wanted to tell you that this doesn't have any smell to it. So when the fruit starts to ripen, it doesn't really fill the whole air, the whole room with any kind of aroma. It just ripens and becomes soft and sweet inside. Similar to guavas, there are some cultures that would like to eat it a bit crunchy, and some that like to wait until it gets creamy. And that reminds of either avocado or guava, similar texture when they get ripe. So let's find out. We will be cutting each and find out what they each taste like, 3 different varieties. So let's start with this one. Color changed a little bit, and it starts to pucker as well when it starts to get overripe. And normally you can just eat it, but for the sake of the video, we'll be cutting it into half. So this is what it looks like inside. I don't see the seeds yet, but I think the seeds are hidden somewhere here. So very small seeds in this one. There are about 4 to 5 seeds inside. Sometimes there are small aborted seeds as well, but there will be one big seed like here and here. So this one we will eat together with the skin. It's sweet and mildly sweet, not very, very sweet, but more importantly is the texture. If you like creamy and juicy texture with mild level of sweetness, then you will like this one. Being in the citrus family, I was thinking maybe it's sweet and tart and sweet and citrusy, but it doesn't have that. It's actually tastes more like a persimmon. Probably there are different varieties which have different taste profiles to them. Let's taste a couple of more and see if they are different. So this is the one with a beak. Online research showed that a certain variety called Rainbow has this kind of beak. This one is it has a bit of under flavor to it. Not tart, mild vanilla flavor to it. Sweetness with a mild vanilla flavor to it. Yeah, the consistency and the vanilla undertone and the sweetness does remind of the sour soap, guanabana fruit as well. So different varieties have slightly different variations in the flavor. Maybe we should try a big one now. This one looks like it's soft, but not very soft. Or we could try a crunchy one and see. In both these varieties that I tried, there was no bitterness by the skin. This one is more like a washed out, mild flavor. It doesn't have that level of sweetness to it as the other variety had, and a little bit of bitterness by the skin. So the bigger variety does have a little bitterness, and probably because it's not as soft as the other one, the sweetness has not developed. So if you like a bit crunchy with not so sweet, a bit crunchy, then I think you should not let it go. But I think it tastes much better when it is sweeter. So this fruit, let it go until it gets a little soft, but not too soft that it starts to break down, and find a variety that has a little bit of flavor complexity, and I'm sure you'll really like this fruit. The one that we tasted and had a distinct vanilla flavor. Yeah, and other thing I want to mention is it's very important. White sapote has a lot of medicinal values as well. Like other exotic fruits we are tasting, this one also is very rich in a lot of vitamins, and it has antioxidant properties as well. They extracted two chemicals from white sapote. One was the sapotin, one was sapotinin, and they found out that both of these in recent in vitro studies found they have very strong antioxidant and anti-cancer properties. Actually, they were preventative in colon cancer. Don't eat a lot of these, that I have to always tell, just because it have anti-cancer properties. If you plant a tree, eat some when it is in season. It's always important to eat fruits when they are in season. Eat some every day when they are in season, like mangoes or sapotes or bananas, and you will have a good health. Another most important thing is the seeds. They found out that the seeds are rich in histamine, and they have a sedative property, which they call like a narcotic property. So that's why they thought the seeds are not edible, it's poisonous. So avoid the seeds until more research is done as how to use the seeds and what they can be used for. Seeds and leaves do not use for tea or anything. They also have these properties. Apart from that, the fruit is relatively safe to eat, and it's very nutritious. Eat it in moderation. Very tasty, creamy, buttery. You can even use it in your smoothies. It gives a thick consistency. Overall, a very nice fruit. We just have to now we have to find out which variety has that complexity, and we already have a spot for it. We planted black sapote years ago, tried many times, just didn't like. So comparable to black sapote, we feel like white sapote is a better alternative. Don't want to sound uninformed, but I think fruits are fruits. It's just a color. Some people like sapotes a lot. It has this chocolate undertone to it. We already have a persimmon tree which we like a lot, persimmons, and I think white sapote will be a good addition to our garden. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be coming up with new fruits, and we'll be tasting and trying to inspire you to plant these trees in your backyard. Miami has a wonderful weather. It's not just for sunbathing in the beach or partying in this Miami vibes. It's let's grow our own food. A small piece of land can give you a food forest, and you can actually sustain yourself. You have veggie garden, have a lot of fruits, and I hope these videos are inspiring you to grow your own fruits. Thank you, and see you again. Thank you.